Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kalan with White Glove Models, and welcome back to the channel. I am trying out a new lavalier mic, so I'm hoping that you guys can hear me clearly. Let me know if I sound loud and clear, because previously I was just using a webcam microphone, and well, hopefully this is better. So anyways, I'd like to welcome you all to the stream today. It's been a very long day for me because I did not sleep last night at all. I was up working on the Land Rover, trying to get that finished. We're still a little ways away, but I did manage to get some airbrushing done yesterday. And later today, I hope to get some more done as well. So how about that? So just a big shout out to our patrons, Ian Campbell and Steve Wylands. Ian Campbell is from Partwork Upgrades, and Steve Wylands, you might know him as the Maker's Cave on YouTube. And then also our Buy Me a Coffee members, Linda, Charles, Christian. Thank you all, everybody, for your support. And I'm going to go ahead and flip this over if I can figure this out. So we just got a paid subscription to Streamlabs. So I had to go back and kind of change a few things. So we'll switch that over there and come back to comments and see all who is in here. And there was me saying hello to everybody. I am also streaming on Facebook, so I don't really know how that works. So I'm just crossing my fingers that for those that don't like YouTube, that are on Facebook, that they are getting to see this right now. And so over in chat, we had the very first person in was D. Harris. Evening, Kalan. Good evening to you, D. Hope all is well. Thank you so much for joining me as always. And we also have Eric from Rascals Hobbies in. Howdy, everybody. And Chris K himself is in the house. Sorry about your tragic incident with the tracks for your tank. I was eager to try different tracks on my first ever tank build, but I think you might be right. It might just stick with the rubber tracks for the first go round, and eventually maybe work my way up to doing other things, like the metal track and stuff like that. Mark's Mods is in the house. Hey, Mark, how's it going? It's been a lot of fun kind of watching the Arduino videos that you guys are putting out. Mark and Horlicks are producing, I think it's every Wednesday, a tutorial on Arduino and the programming and all that stuff. And I'm looking forward to getting my first Arduino set and maybe playing around with that so I can actually, use some of the skills that I've learned. We also have Top from Buckman's Model Mania. What the Sam Hill is going on here? Well, it is a live stream, and I don't have FiOS, but I can still live stream. So how about that? Gilbert Lapeland is in the house. How's it going, Gilbert? Hey, what's going on here? Not much. There's been a lot of modeling going on overnight here at the Workbench. I will give you guys kind of a sneak peek at what I've been doing here real quick. Also, Dirk from Dirk's Pneumophiles. Hey, everyone, what's in store for today's train wreck? Hopefully it won't be a train wreck, but we shall see. And of course, I should be only touching this with gloves because it's kind of at that stage to where it needs to be clear coated with the flat clear coat. But I've basically gone through and painted everything that needs to be painted on the inside. And then the dashboard's in there, but you can't really see it too well. Maybe there. And I've got all the detail work on the fender wells. I couldn't quite match this paint. So some of the parts got painted a little different color in the engine compartment. And then the storyline going along with this one now is that this whole side was smashed and was welded back on with new parts from a different colored Land Rover. So that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. But there you go. That is a quick sneak peek at the Land Rover. I got all the parts pretty much clear coated in the clear coat that's going to be clear coated. And I also got the roof painted. It's over in the dry booth right now, staying dry and getting ready for its next step, which will probably be going on as soon as this is all flat coated. So there's that right there. And Kenny's in the house. Hey all, Kenny, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. And little chat between everybody here. Jay's channel. Hey Jay, how's it going? Hi Kalan. Hope everyone is okay and well. Yes, very much so. Today's a good day. I am getting a package in the mail from Sprue Brothers today, and I am very excited because it is the 1/350 scale trumpeter. Yes, it is the trumpeter HMS hood, and it is my birthday present from my wife. She said I could buy it. So it's the one model out of like the 50 I bought this last year that she's actually approved. So I'm very happy that that will be arriving today, and don't know when I'm going to get around to it, but I already have the upgrade set and all that in my basket for the next time I get approval to make another purchase. So that should definitely be exciting. And Dirk saying boo to Facebook. Yeah. It is it can be a curse. So and Eric's in the house. He's going to break the stream. Actually, it was funny because Kenny actually did kind of a test live stream the other day, and everything was going really well until Buckman's Model Mania popped in, and then it just crashed, and we're all blaming him for that. So Maker's Cage, Steve, hey everybody, or afternoon everyone. Saw you dropped a new FDNY Ladder 9 video this morning. Looking forward to checking that one out. I haven't had time yet to take a look, but definitely eager to check that one out, Steve. And really interesting that they sent pack 2 in 2 separate boxes, but I can kind of understand that because that chassis is pretty massive. Chris was saying Fruel model for aftermarket, nothing else ever again. Yeah. That is really a bummer that those pins kind of gave out on you. It's frustrating when you put that much work into something and then you end up just it's trash in the end. Top was saying my first tank doesn't have rubber tracks, so I'm whole hog. Yeah, good luck with that. And Kenny's awake. And Dirk was saying, I love the paintwork on the Land Rover. Thank you very much, Dirk. This one was originally supposed to be my depiction of what I would do one if it looked like that. Well, I mixed the paint, but I didn't write down what I mixed. And so I kind of screwed the pooch on that. I could have stripped the whole thing and started over, but I actually think that looks pretty cool. It almost would be kind of fun to do it on the other side just to make it match, but I'm going to leave it different because I put that kind of that weld seam, that aluminum weld seam down the line where the panels connect, which I think kind of really gives it that extra pop. And then I had some issues up here with the, I guess they're this whole panel up in the front here. So I ended up just painting it black. So I had marked everything off, and I'll be posting an update on the Land Rover on the channel, hopefully later this week. Another very exciting thing coming to the channel this week. It's kind of an unexpected thing, but I got a special gift from Spray Gunner because I became a club member of Spray Gunners. It's like Spray Gunners membership club or whatever they're calling it, and you do have to pay for it, obviously, but what they sent me in the mail as my free gift for becoming a member was totally worth it. I'll tell you that much. And so I'm going to be posting a video on that particular product later this week, And I'm just going to give you a quick hint that this has something to do with it. So they're currently not available on their website because they're sold out, which I found interesting. But this is the new and improved version of this particular product. So I kind of got a chance to review it, and I'm very glad that I got it. It was definitely worth the membership fee, plus all the other great things that you get down the road in return for being a member of spraygunner.com. And you don't have any gloves. Nope, no gloves today. Actually, I do. I have white gloves in the drawer, and I also have black ones. Quick, someone say it should be a different color inside. He'll strip it again. No, because this is my model, and I like it the way it is. It should be a different. Thanks, Chris. Muse is in the house. Hi all, morning Kay. Thank you so much for stopping by. Marcy, it's always a pleasure to have you. And I know it's afternoon in your neck of the world. You're probably going to be going to work here in a few hours. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And Hakan, I think I'm saying it right, is in the house. Awesome. I'm so glad that I don't even know what time it is where you live right now. I think you're quite a ways ahead of us, I believe. But thank you so much for popping in. And he is also a member of the HobbyLink International community and just does amazing work, just like all the other people out there. So it's always good to see him when he's around, and he posts a lot of wonderful comments in the community on the forum as well. Chris K, also a member. The hood will be fine. It's the other stuff in the box that will get you taken out. Top was saying it broke it, and I'm proud of it. Oh yeah, you broke the stream. Yes, he did. So hopefully BIOS will be installed for Kenny here really soon. Top didn't break Kenny's stream. He bucked it up. Yes, indeed. And Gilbert's telling me to strip it. No, I have spent hours upon hours painting this model. And it's getting to that point to where I want it finished. I need to get it finished so I can start work on some other projects like I need to get the Edward Hind D started for the group build. And I'm also working on the Victory with Lewis. And we're doing that as a group, as a buddy build, and for the HobbyLink International Tall Ships group build. So you guys, I don't even know if I posted pictures on the forum at HobbyLink International about the Victory yet. I think I just maybe posted a initial picture of the box. So I'd like to get more work done on that, because Lewis is quickly getting ahead of me. He already has primer on it. Muse was saying, well, okay, you just gave it away. Laugh out loud. I know what it is. Good. And Chris was saying, I got the battery-powered compressor. Sorry, touched the microphone. Compressor spray gunner has, so I can use it with any airbrush I have. Yes, and so that is pretty much the giveaway. I'm going to be doing a full paint review on the cordless air or battery-powered air compressor is what they got a weird name for it. So it's actually the No Name brand by Spray Gunner, but it's Auto Intellectual Airbrush is what's on the packaging. But I'm not going to give anything away. But I did a full, basically, airbrush session with it the other day. And so we'll I'll give you guys an idea of how it works and how everything was going, and how much of a pain it was or was not to clean or to operate. And I do pretty much a side-by-side comparison with my Talon, the Posh Talon that I have. So I'm going to be hopefully posting that either later today or tomorrow. It's just there's a lot of footage because it was several hours that I spent painting. So, and Muse is saying, yep, work at 5 as usual. So all caught up with chat there. So that's kind of what I've been working on for the most part. I have the engine is ready to be installed into the Land Rover. It's not 100% to my liking because there's no alternator on it, and I don't really have a way of creating that. But I may just keep the lid closed on this one, just because the lid actually has a really funny fit. I tried it maybe like a week or two ago, and so it's got these pins that the hood actually snaps into. Well, when I went to try to put the hood down, it doesn't sit right. And so I'm going to try to fiddle with that a little bit, see if I can get the hood to actually fit properly. And if it doesn't, I may just keep it closed or keep it raised. It just depends. And if I keep it raised, then I might down the road try to get an alternator from Matthew over at Model Car Art and see if he could hook me up with an alternator to throw into this. And I can always paint it up and add it later, because the alternator's in a fairly easy place to add, which would be just kind of right up here. So that would be easy access if you're going to be doing it down the road. And then this little doodad that's sticking off, this is the ignition coil or whatever. And I'm going to be basically bending this around. Oh, there you go. Bending this around and then mounting it to the firewall. So that's why it's kind of just sticking up in the air right now. And overall, the motor turned out fairly decent. A lot of the Land Rovers, they had kind of that kind of a sea blue or a light blue. So I decided to go ahead and paint that up. And then I have decided to keep the plug wires purple because they kind of look cool in that purple color. So sometimes I know at certain shops you can get purple or red or various different colors. So got that going on. And I've had a lot of people asking me about the GTO. And right now I'm waiting. So I think this week in my area, Hobby Lobby has their 40% off sale. And so I think what I'm going to do is pick up another body for the GTO, just because I think the body that I have is just beyond repair because I hogged so much stuff out of it. And it's actually right here, but these panel lines are just, I dug them out so thick and they're too wide. Like if this was actually blown up to life-size scale, you could stick your thumb in there. And it bothers me enough that I think I'm just going to buy another replacement kit, pretty much just for the body. So I don't know. We'll see. Unless I can find somebody that has a 1967 GTO or similar 1/25th scale GTO body that they're getting rid of for any reason. But I don't know. I mean, that one was kind of a learning curve, I guess. And Dirk was saying I could blow it up on the stream. That would be wicked cool. Which one? The GTO? Muse, I kind of like the replaced panel look. Changes its story a bit, but it still works. Yeah, and so kind of what I had done, if you followed on Facebook or, on Instagram, I had a weird spot that was back here because I had tried to sand it down and it kind of created this funny black spot, which I should have just left it the way it was, but I started playing because of Mr. Rust Kenny himself. I decided I wanted to try using a few different techniques and trying to mess around with brush strokes and adding rust and things like that. And I had streaked it because these are aluminum panels. I kind of made it look like it was all scratched up aluminum. And then I kind of added some corrosion in behind it. And it was cool. I actually liked it. But in the end, something that I want sitting on my shelf, I decided to go ahead and throw this other color on here just because I couldn't replicate this one. And so from now on, I actually have been writing down any percentages and basically how many drops I put in of a certain color, or how many milliliters of a certain color I mix in. And one other thing that has kind of come in handy too is, I don't have, where did it go? Oh, so like on this airliner color that I created, this is a airliner white. And so I put X2 plus XF55. And then in a notebook, I've just kind of been keeping notes of what the actual ratio is. So if I have to go back and duplicate this color, I can get as close as possible. Something I should have done in the first place, because with the GTO as well, all I have written on the label is GTO blue metallic. Well, I don't remember what the ratios were for this. And this one, thankfully, I have enough that, and I think I kind of remember it was like almost a 50-50 ratio of the royal blue, and then the metallic blue, I think is what I did. Either that or the chrome. I don't know. See, this is why you need to write things down. So anyhow, that's kind of my plan for the rest of the week, is to get some work done on the Land Rover so I can finish it up this weekend. I do have another Bismarck video that will be coming out on Friday, and maybe another FDNY Ladder 9 truck. I actually have Pack 2 is going to be here this week. So I can actually get going on Pack 2. And then also the Ecto 1, I got parts for the Ecto 1, but it kind of came to a screeching halt. And I think I talked about this before, just because I wasn't happy with the engine. So I'm going to do a few different things with the engine. So the Ecto 1 might be paused for a little bit while I sort that out, because I may end up doing what I'm doing with the Bismarck with the Ecto 1, except most of that stuff I'll just go ahead and share any modifications that I make on my regular channel. For the Bismarck, you still have to go to you either have to become a member of buymeacoffee.com and become a member of the channel, or become a patron for, it's just $1 if you'd like to join. But then you can see all that behind the scenes footage of the work that I'm doing on those. And I'm going to be posting a lot more too. Also for the Ladder 9 truck, if you'd like to see more behind the scenes and learn more about the fire department that I work for, I will currently I'm posting all the builds and a little bit of information there, but I'm also going to be posting a lot of history about our fire department on there as well. So if you're interested in checking that out, I've created a Facebook group, and there is a link in the description down below for that if you'd like to go and check that out. But yeah, so the other thing was the Eleanor. I have a lot of stuff that I can do on the Eleanor. I have a lot of the parts and all that. But I'm at a phase now where I need to sort out the engine, and I'm waiting for a 3D printed part that I had bought. So what had happened was I had purchased I can't remember. Kenny was going, am I stuck, or Kalan using Optimum? And Steve was saying he must be thinking. That was a very long time to be thinking. Sudden ice storm, Yreka, California, frozen solid. Getting ready to pick his nose is what it looks like. Yeah. And Mark is in the house. Mark in Edinburgh, Modeling Man Cave. Thank you so much for joining us, Mark. Hopefully I am back and you guys can hear me. And who broke it this time? Dirk saying, I wonder how long till he notices. I noticed it immediately because it like kicked me out. And then I had to rejoin. But what's weird is it says it's still live, but I only have 4 viewers. So hopefully everybody is there. All right, cool. So Muse says it's okay now. Well, at least made it pause for a few. That's what you get for talking smack on Kenny on Discord. Exactly. So yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if it was StreamYard or if it was me. It did say that they were looking into the problem, but I don't know what that means. Again, this is all kind of new, the whole paid StreamYard version. What's really weird too is if you do for StreamYard, they added this really bizarre thing, which is you can have music playing in the background, which is really, really interesting. So I'm not going to try it today. I'm not that brave. I don't want to break the internet. So pick and sound is good. Awesome. So cool. And Paul DiVitasso, how is it going? Thank you so much for dropping in today. Good to see you and hope your day is well. And yeah, definitely. So for those of you that don't know Mark, in fact, Mark, I've been meaning to kind of talk to you a little bit about HobbyLink International. So HobbyLink International is the forum that a lot of us in here are part of. And so there is a link for HobbyLink International in the description down below. And I highly recommend, because you do a lot of really awesome work too. But all modelers, whether you're brand new, just starting out, not even doing anything in the hobby, maybe you're just interested in getting started and you have questions and want to talk to like-minded people. But I highly recommend you heading over to HobbyLink International and sharing your work and maybe becoming a part of the forum and the community. But yeah, if you're not subbed to Mark at Edinburgh Modeling Man Cave, he is just amazing and he pumps out models like crazy. So just does amazing work. So I highly recommend you check out his channel. In fact, just about anybody in here, they're all kind of part of the family community over at HobbyLink International, which is wonderful. So if you're not part of that, check it out. And we share each other's YouTube channels and our work and stuff like that. I'm by no means a great modeler, but I do what I can. So only thing is YouTube will kill it. See, that's what I was wondering too, Muse, is that music that they're selecting going to pass the YouTube copyright stuff? Who knows? But anyhow, what is this place you talk about, Gilbert? So make sure it's open, use stream links, and you credit them in the description. Fair enough. That's actually, yeah, that's really good. There is a band that I absolutely love, and they're kind of a small band, but they're from Canada. And if you don't know me very well, I am a huge fan of Canada and Canadians. We used to go up there a lot in the wintertime and go skiing up at Whistler. But this band is kind of from the British Columbia area. They actually live on a little island, but they're amazing. And I kind of wanted to see if there's a way I could get their copyright permission to use their music. I know some people do it, but I don't know how it works with YouTube, and if YouTube if it just becomes a major issue with YouTube trying to do that on kind of on your own. But anyways, enough about that. We have a lot of different builds too, group builds over at HobbyLink International. If you're not part of any of the group builds, there's tons of different things going on all the time too. So back to HobbyLink International, if you want to check out some of the group builds and maybe join one of those if you'd like. But Kenny also said the other day that they got some new Grissom boards in. And one thing that is really cool, that I was asked to be a part of was, let me see if I can pull it up here, was Partwork Upgrades. So Ian Campbell over at Partwork Upgrades, he had sent me an offer to become kind of a brand ambassador for them. And, you know, there's a few people that are part of the community that actually are part of the Partwork Upgrades brand ambassador thing. I can't pull it up, so I don't know how to do this. But anyways, there is a link in the description down below for Partwork Upgrades, and you can always put in a code that I was given. So let's see here. Of course, I don't have it set. Oh, here we go. So there is the promo code for Partwork Upgrades, PRM006, to save 15% off your entire order every time you place an order with Partwork Upgrades. And they do more than just Partworks. They do all kinds of fun, exciting things. They also do blueprints and little extras for your model builds. So I recommend heading over and checking that out. And if you use that promo code PRM006, you get 15% off your entire order. You can only use one PRM code per time, but you can use that PRM006 code as many times as you would like on separate orders. But there is that. And let's see. Back to comments. From Canada, Kalan must be a just. No, I am not from Canada, and I don't like Justin Bieber. We actually used to make fun of him a lot. I was close to Canada though, because I grew up in Forks, Washington, and we are, you know, Port Angeles and Forks are like you could spit in the ocean and it would be there in Canada in about 20 minutes. But yeah, we were really close to Canada, and I don't know why, but it was easy to just shoot across the water from Port Angeles and then go over to BC and check everything out. And we'd go skiing up there quite a bit. And it was funny, when I was a kid, I hated skiing, absolutely hated it, and I still do today. And so finally, when I was older and got away from my parents and all that, I decided to start snowboarding, and I absolutely love snowboarding. It's so much fun. Saskatchewan. Gilbert is in Saskatchewan. And Cardiva, hello, Cardiva. How's it going, Linda? Good morning. Sorry I can't attend this morning. I'm at the cardiologist appointment. Was at 10:30. No worries. Take care and have a good day and stay safe. Chris, wait, you just did a video bashing Partwork builds, and now you're getting. I didn't bash them. I gave my honest opinion of them, and so you have to look at it that way. It was more of an honest opinion, in my opinion, but I kind of left it open for everybody to decide on their own, because it's all about what you want to put into it and how much you want to pay. So joking aside, is the video fuzzy since he froze? I hope it's not. If it's fuzzy, I apologize for that. Could also be because I move around a lot, and this particular camera doesn't like it. Dirk refreshed to fix it. Not here, Dirk. Okay, good. It was stuck on 144 for me until I refreshed. And Dirk said it worked. So yeah, more gooder now. Yes, indeed. If you'd like to see things blown up, head over to Dirk's Numa Files. He likes to blow up cars when he's bored. I actually had a really good one. I was laughing so hard after that video where you blew up that one car, because kind of after the third time he showed it, you could hear him laughing in the background, and it was absolutely hilarious. Personally, I don't plan on blowing up any of my models. My wife might. She'll probably blow me up with them, but so yeah, I'm really excited for the hood to come, and I don't know when I'm going to get around to building the hood. Later in the year, we do have kind of a buddy / group build for the Bismarck. So a bunch of us are going to build the 1350. Well, by a bunch, I mean Eric and myself and maybe anybody else that might join in. But we're going to build the 1350 Bismarck. And I am on the fence. I'm still thinking I'm going to get the Revell kit and then the Pontos detail upset, because by the time you put those two together, you're in about $300. And if you were to buy the Edward set, you'd be paying about that after you buy all the photo etch and all that for that as well. The cool thing about the hood, though, was I found the wooden deck for the hood, and I'm very excited because it'll be my first attempt at ever putting down wooden deck onto a ship model. So it'll be an interesting experience. I really hope I don't screw it up, because the wood deck is pretty expensive. It's around $50. But yeah, that's kind of that's going to be an exciting build, probably in the next year or two. Well, I don't know when I'll get around to it. I still have to do the Arizona, and the Arizona has been sitting on the shelf for a long time, and it's like I keep looking at it. I've gone through all the plans for it and all that, just because I'm eager to get started on it. But first, I got to get all these works in progress finished. And some of them are going to go a lot faster than the Land Rover. So I can definitely get those videos out to you guys. And then once I have my surgery, my plan is to have just a bunch of stuff produced and edited and ready just to drop. So hopefully at least 2 videos a week. I don't know about live streams, so we'll see. My wife is going to be kind of strict about me doing a whole lot, but my understanding is I should be able to at least get up and get around, so I can spend maybe an hour or two with you guys on live stream on Mondays still. And then once I go back to work, these Monday live streams, depending on what happens with work and what time I'm scheduled to work, they may stay at 10 o'clock, or they may end up getting moved to a different day and time. But just kind of keep an eye out for those as well. Yeah, don't give her ideas. Trust me. So she did get pretty mad because she had given me permission to buy the hood, the 1350 hood. She said, okay. And I showed it to her. It was, it was in my cart at Sprue Brothers. And she said, okay, yeah, you can buy it for your birthday. Well, then I ended up buying another additional $100 worth of all-clad lacquers, which are coming with it as well. And so, yeah, that didn't go over too well. So, but she did let me go up to Hobby Lobby this last weekend, and I spent another $100 on, what is it? The Evergreen Styrene. So I got a bunch of different, I also got some brass too, but I got a bunch of different thicknesses here of the sheets, and then tons of tubing and stuff like that. And what really sucks is this stuff never goes on sale at Hobby Lobby. It drives me nuts. But the reason I didn't buy any of it online was because I wasn't really familiar with their sizing and gauging and all that. So now that I have this, I should be able to find it on like Andy's Hobbies or Sprue Brothers for cheaper. And I'm sure there's other places out there that are a lot cheaper as well. Dirk said, honest review, now give me free stuff. So good news is we are over 250 subscribers. So what that means is we are actually, we are actually halfway or over halfway to our 500 goal for our first giveaway on the channel. And I don't know, I'm kind of toying with the idea of maybe doing that giveaway a little early. So keep your eyes peeled, because that might come a little sooner than I had originally planned. Unless I reach 500 in the next month or two, then we will be doing it at the regular schedule for when we reach 500 subscribers. And again, the 500, let's see, I have it right there. So I'm going to pull it out. So for the 500 subscriber giveaway, we have this really, really cool heated mug, and it's the Eleanor mug. So the Gone in 60 Seconds Eleanor. And what's really nifty about this, and it's maybe not the prettiest mug in the world, but it says Eleanor Gone in 60 Seconds. But if you look here on the handle, there's a little plug. So you can plug in your coffee or your tea, if you like to drink tea, and keep it warm. I obviously haven't opened it up or tried it because this is a giveaway. But one thing that I actually thought for the modelers in the world that like to keep their decal water warm, I was thinking this actually would kind of be a neat deal for that too, if you don't want to use it to drink coffee with, because you know, judging by Eagle Moss, it's probably cheaper than the car. So that's not funny. Don't laugh. No. But it is. It's you know, it would be kind of an idea maybe to keep your decal solution warm. I don't know. But there you go. That is the 500 giveaway. And then at 1,000 subscribers, we are going to be giving away on the channel the actual die cast. It's a I can't remember. It's either 1/24 or I think it's 1/24. No, it's bigger than that. It's like a 1/16 or 1/18 scale Eleanor Mustang. And so that it's die cast. It's very unique. So that will be the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So you guys can look forward to that down the road here soon too. And if things keep going the way they're going, which is going pretty well, you know, and we might just decide to do them a little bit early for everybody that's following along on the channel. And then also, if you guys didn't know, if you are a member of the either a patron of the channel or a member of Buy Me a Coffee, I will be doing giveaways there as well once we reach a certain number of members. So if you're interested in checking that out, it's just $1 and it helps me out and you get free stuff. So why not? Gilbert was saying, I was going to join that build, but someone got all the metal barrels out, so I can't do mine now. Oh, yeah. I'll send you the fireworks to blow something up. Sweet. Yeah, we, believe it or not, fireworks are kind of hard to get around here. Pretty much everything is illegal in California, but it doesn't stop the knuckleheads. I'm not a big firework fan, though, to be honest with you. It kind of stems from my grandfather raising me, and he kind of had some trauma in World War II. So he wasn't a fan of fireworks, never really did them. So yeah, I'm not a fan of them, to be honest. That's probably one reason why you'll never will see me blow up a model, but I could always do something fun at the fire department. And during one of our trainings, we could light something up, which would be kind of fun. Like maybe like World of Wayne lit his victory on fire in a trash bin. And he showed it on his channel. And it's funny. I couldn't believe he actually did that. It was fascinating, to be honest, because I mean, for those of you that watch World of Wayne, he's just a really, you know, easygoing guy. And he was done with the victory and was like, you know what, I'm not going to do it anymore, threw it in a trash bin and lit it on fire. I mean, that was pretty interesting to watch. So I'm sure he got a lot of hits that day, or he lost a lot of subscribers. I don't know. You're going to live stream the surgery. Cool. Yes. Actually, so what's funny, Dirk, is they apparently give you video of the procedure when it's done, which is quite interesting. So yeah, I don't think I want to gross people out. Maybe on my other channel at some point, on my personal channel. I don't know. It's one of those things, though. It's kind of weird to put on YouTube. You would watch that, Dirk. You can't go wrong with stocking a drawer with evergreen styrene. Yeah, so I basically, when I went into Hobby Lobby, I just kind of grabbed one of everything. And, Melissa's standing there and she was like, holy crap, how much is this going to be? And I told her it's going to be under $100. Lying. But it was. The lady at the register was so nice, and she actually took something off. I think it was on this set of brushes that I had grabbed. She gave me 40% off the brushes, and she didn't have to do that. And so it ended up coming to $99.27. So it was under $100. So I was very proud of that. She wasn't, but I was. I buy mine on eBay and usually get pretty good deals when I buy styrene. So yeah, Top, I actually, I was kind of cruising around Evergreen's website, and it's hard to tell if you buy it from them directly, if it's actually cheaper, because the weird thing is they post the price right there anyway, and that's usually the price you're going to get it for. But I have seen some places sell it for cheaper. I kind of wanted to do a comparison at some point. Are you giving Eric away? We could. Would it really be a 500 sub giveaway if you do it at 437? Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. I could always find something else to give away at 400 subs or even 300. If I reach 300 subs, I could always decide to give a model away or something. Or who knows? I mean, so far it's like all these crazy things that come with the Partwork builds, all the little extras and stuff. Also, you get lots of tools. If you're doing Partworks and stuff, you always get crazy tools and stuff. You could always give tools away, because I don't need 20 of the sprue cutters or screwdrivers or whatnot. I mean, tweezers, all kinds of weird things come with those. Yeah, Chris said he buys it from Sprue Brothers. Sprue Brothers has pretty decent prices, and I'm so far, like, I tend to go to Sprue Brothers for everything. If I can't find it at Sprue Brothers, I'll go to Andy's Hobbies headquarters. And of course, for all of my paint needs, I have become a very, very loyal customer to Spray Gunner, because they're just amazing. Their customer service it's like dealing with a mom and pop shop, and they're still kind of a small company, but man, their customer service is just outstanding. So yeah, I definitely love going to Spray Gunner for that. Will Kalen's 500 subscriber giveaway come from the HLI January giveaway? You know what? I supposedly, from the sound of it, our HobbyLink International March giveaway is going to be pretty hopping. We're going to have a lot of cool things to give away. So that's pretty cool. And I've already offered a couple of kits, and then I'm keeping one on the back burner. I haven't told Kenny about it yet, because I think I might save it for Christmas or some other fun special occasion for the HobbyLink International giveaway. And Steve, it keeps your cocoa hot. That's good. So you have tested it out, Steve. So that's good to know. One thing that I'll talk about that here in just a minute. Actually, we'll get to that. Dirk was saying, with my luck, I would electrocute myself drinking the coffee. Talk about karma. Muse was saying, I have a heated coffee mug that I set my decal water on. It works. That's good. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people. They'll get that little. I see teachers at at work all the time that have it. That's like a little hot plate, and they set their cup on there, and then it keeps their water or their tea or coffee warm for a long time. The only problem with that is you want to get one that has an automatic shut off, because otherwise you'll dry out your water. Steve was saying, I want to add lights and sound to the Eleanor curbside model they sent. Dude, you should totally do that. In fact, see, I do have it down here, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it. It's like in the pile under the desk, because there goes everything on the floor. So kind of under the desk is where I keep all the stuff I don't need to get to very often, like Bismarck Pack 2. I have RoboCop down there. That I also have the UFO kit, that old Monogram UFO kit. There's no box for it, but Hobbies Unlimited, Stacy at Hobbies Unlimited in Portland sent it to me with one of my paint orders, and because it was open box, and there was no way she was ever going to sell it, so she sent it to me, and I want to light it up. I saw Lou, never think of his last name. The Aztec Dummy guy, the guy that owns Aztec Dummy, he Lou DeMalso, I think it is. He actually lit one up for a customer, and it was really cool. So this is the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and it is the officially licensed Gone in 60 Seconds Eleanor 67 custom movie star Mustang. And dude, Steve, if you could light this baby up, man, oh man, would that be awesome. So it's got some info on the back there, but this is just one of those things it was a free gift and from Eagle Moss, and it's just one of those things where I'm not interested in keeping it because I didn't build it, and it's a cool looking car. It's really beautiful, but I'm not gonna keep it. I want to give back to the community that is giving to me. So that is why I'd like to give this away. But yeah, that would be super sweet if you did light that up. So speaking of lighting up the Eleanor, Steve over at the Maker's Cave had sent me lights, and I'm trying to see if I have them out. I think they're actually in the Eleanor box. Excuse me, but he had sent me lights that he created, and he sells them on eBay under the Maker's Cave, and they are the pre-wired, pre-resistored, I believe, lights that just plug straight in to your existing lights, and they will run the fog lights and then the turn signals. And super genius, very well put together. And he actually does a full kind of tutorial, I think, on installing them on his channel. So definitely something. He was very kind to send them to me for free, and I'm very eager to get my Arduino so I can figure out how to get them to work and install them. So we're going to be installing those on the Eleanor Mustang here on the bumper here in the near future. And he's also got some other really neat ideas that he's done with his Partworks. So again, that's another good reason to go over and check Steve out over at the Maker's Cave. HobbyLink International, Kenny said, we still have 2 sets of barrels for the Bismarck. I bought a set of barrels for the Bismarck, and I have them. And I was wondering if they would work on the Tirpitz kit as well. They most likely would, but since we are going to be doing that buddy build of the 1350 Bismarck, I'm going to use them on that. And the hood, the set that I'm getting for the hood actually has the little barrel skirts, or whatever you call them, the blast bags. That is what they're called, blast bags, people. Sadly, illegal here now. It disrupts nature and harms people who have PTSD. I hate them about fireworks. Yeah, Muse. So it's kind of a sad topic, just because my grandfather, he was a school teacher. He was a former missionary, and he taught at Forks High School. in Forks, Washington for 25, maybe a little longer years until he retired. And just a very gentle, very sweet man. And I've never in my life had ever seen him cry except for on the 4th of July. And when I saw that, when I walked in on him that day, I finally understood why we didn't do fireworks. And, and then also growing up and becoming a firefighter and all that, I can't stand them because of just the sheer risk and the damage that they cause. I mean, over the years of my life, I've seen them cause more damage than they do good, to people or property and animals. So, wow, I didn't know Wayne did that. Yeah, Paul, you you totally missed it. So I think it was last Thursday, or he might also have it up on his Instagram or page or Twitter or whatever those are. But he had binned it, and he told everybody that he had binned it, but he ended up showing a video of him lighting the poor Victory on fire. So he was getting quite a bit along with it, I guess. And it looked like a lot more than I remember. So definitely was pretty interesting to watch him torch the Victory, because it meant so much to him, which was the odd thing. But yeah, he will eventually build the Victory. Lewis and I kind of have plans that maybe in our 10-year plan for building, we will build a Victory. He really wants to build one, the wooden one, and I'd like to build one as well. Just because, wooden models are something I would like to kind of get more involved in and doing, especially with the ships and stuff like that. And Okra, or OCCRE, is the name of the company, and they make really nice wood model kits. So been looking at a few over there, maybe ordering one when I kind of quit buying plastic kits for right now on his channel. Oh, I froze again. Yeah, it was on a live stream, so I'm not really sure. I think it was either Wednesday or Thursday. No, it would have been Thursday that he showed it. Muse was saying, I just go to my shop for the stuff as I need. Yeah, and thankfully for you, Marcy, you have a shop within your town that you live in. My town, we don't have any such thing. I have to go about 60 miles away north to get to the nearest town to do any shopping, or I have to head all the way down to Reading, which is about an hour and a half, a little longer, depending on traffic and construction. So it's, yeah, our town doesn't have stuff like that. I kind of wish it did, and it, I kind of teased the wife a little bit about, like, if we ever came into money, I'd like to open up two things, either like a combo hobby shop with a gun store at a gun range. And there goes my monetization if this ever gets monetized, which it never will. But and like an indoor outdoor range, just because it's something that our community could actually use and people would use it, and it would make money, especially I think with the model stuff, because what our kids need here more than anything is something to do, because they just don't have anything to do, and the why here is not as involved as it should be with kids. Where in Seattle, when I lived in Seattle, or even Port Angeles and Sequim and stuff up in Washington, the YMCA had huge youth programs, and they don't have that here, and I just don't understand, and they wonder why crime is so high with the younger kids. But anyways, enough about that. Let's move on back to modeling or whatever. But if there's a big sale or decent coupon, I go for it. Yeah, that's why my wife always tells me, wait for the 40% off at Hobby Lobby. Like, we went up there this weekend and models weren't 40% off, so I of course didn't get any models. But this week they're on sale, and I want to get that GTO body, unless I can find somebody that just has a body, so I don't have to waste the rest of the kit, if you know what I mean. There ain't no way you're going to find 1,000 people subscribed to this dumpster fire. If I start lighting stuff on fire, they will. Okay, I need a set, Kenny. Gilbert, we just sold a set of barrels then, huh? Perfect. Yeah, they're super cheap too at HobbyLink International. I think we got them, say by we, I mean, I got a set for me and Eric, and they were super cheap, but they were on sale. I don't know if they're still on sale. Did you just now sub to Chris? You haven't been sub to him at all yet? Head over to the shop, Gil. And Muse is saying, yep, they would be okay if they were quiet and safe, but that's not possible. True. Don't expect much. That's what Dirk said about his channel, and he goes blowing stuff up on his channel. And, you know, it's funny, I like Dirk. So one of my favorite videos, so watching Dirk's, every time I watch a video from Dirk, I'm like, oh, this is like my new favorite one. But my all-time favorite video of Dirk is when he interviewed himself. That is the most genius and unoriginal. Like, I don't know. Like, it was so funny. Like, it had me just laughing. And I'm like, why didn't I think of something like that? It's hilarious. And he did such a good job, and also just editing it. And Dirk's a funny guy. That brain of his is quite interesting. And I froze again. I kind of had a feeling hopefully it came back just fine. Combination hobby shop, strip joint tire repair center. So believe it or not, just I don't know, about 20-25 miles south of us, in this little town called Fort Jones, there is a tire shop / gun store. Kind of a weird combination, but people go there and it works. I mean, it's kind of one of those things with a small town. I think you can't just have one focus. You need to kind of have a little bit of everything, because those stores that are more combo, they do really well. Search eBay for a junkyard kit. You never know. Yeah, and that's kind of why on Scale Model Graveyard, I was kind of perusing there. But, you know, that's one of those things that it might come up once every, you know, blue moon. So definitely eBay. That's a good idea. I can always check out eBay for that, and hopefully don't have to pay $1,000 for shipping. And Kenny was saying the barrels are still on sale. So if you need barrels for your 1350 Bismarck, head over to HobbyLinkInternational.com and get your barrels. What year of GTO body are you looking for? Paul, I need the 1967 GTO, the 125th scale. And the reason for that is because I really kind of gouged the crap out of the body that came with this kit. And it's the MPC kit, but I've been told that this particular mold, or the body that they put in this kit, is off of an RC car. And the reasoning for that suspicion was these holes here that get screwed into the chassis of the RC car. But there are different chassis out there that fit this exact same. So there's bodies that fit this chassis and vice versa. So I don't know. It's just, I haven't put a lot of time into it because I'm busy working on too many other things. So yeah, if that answers your question, a 1967 Pontiac GTO in 1/25th scale. Dirk, my channel is a train wreck. No, Dirk, you do just fine. And it's funny because to this day, Lewis is still talking and bragging about your Yorktown diorama that you did, which, by the way, was just outstanding. It's unique and one of a kind. And the fact that I didn't even know that scale existed for ships. So yeah, excellent work on that, Dirk. I'm coming up with another 40 questions for another video. Please do it. That'll be the best thing ever. Definitely was a lot of fun the first time, and I look forward to the next one. Guys need something to do when they're getting a tire repaired. Yeah, they need to go shop for ammo and whatever. It's funny too, because a lot of, like, here there was just a single tire shop and that one closed. And there's also just been a lot of small businesses that they just try, something. And even gyms around here, for some reason, gyms, they just don't do well here. And the Y refuses to stay open at normal hours. My wife used to like to go to the Y early in the morning, but now after COVID, they've kind of changed their hours and stuff. And so she can't go before work now, but that's her excuse. It's not mine. Mine is just I can't, I'm not allowed to do anything right now, which sucks. It's like if I could, I would be at the gym. I used to work out every single day. So back in the day, those NPCs suck. They're so bad out of the box. Yeah. So a good friend of mine via YouTube, Matthew, he is Model Car Art. If you're not familiar with his channel, he was giving me crap about it, and he's kind of a Mobius guy. He really likes the Hornets too, the Hudson Hornets, and a lot of he likes Mobius kits because he likes how they go together. But he's really, really picky, and for good reason. He deserves to be, because he just does beautiful work. But when he saw me working on this kit, he was like, I bought that once, took it home, opened it up, and it went straight in the trash. I was laughing. I was like, yeah, I can see why, because it was such a pain. But again, it's that time and effort you want to put into it. It'll still be a beautiful model in the end. My biggest issue was I was using the wrong kind of scriber. It's buried underneath a bunch of stuff in my drawer. But yeah, the scriber was too wide. And what I'd really like to get is one of those 1 mil scribers that Tamiya has. But I've seen other people just scribe out lines with the back edge of a hobby knife, but I need to hone my skills on doing that so I don't gouge stuff up. And Paul said, I'll have to check my parts box. I got a bunch of bodies and stuff. Okay, cool. Thanks, Paul. That would be awesome if you end up finding one. It's funny because never mind. Moving on. That thought went out the window before it even came to my mouth. So Ian Campbell, hi Ian, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining me. If you talk to Wayne, give him my best. I hope he's doing okay. And I left him a message earlier today, just wishing him well, and I hope it's not too serious. Anyways, thank you so much for popping in. And as you can see, Partwork Upgrades, the discount is popping up on the screen right now. And if you're not familiar with Ian Campbell over at Partwork Upgrades, go check him out and see what awesome stuff he has for sale over at Partwork Upgrades over in the UK. And they do ship internationally, and you can get 15% off your order when you use my PRM006 code. And Gilbert, I used to work out to tell I got until you got into models. Yeah, I got plenty for a future junkyard, that's for sure. You know, what's funny is I'm getting quite the big collection of wheels, because it seems like every car kit comes with at least two different wheel options. And it's kind of getting to a point as to why keep them all. But then, you know, just as soon as you throw one away, you're going to get a kit and be like, oh, I really wish I had these wheels for it. But you never know. Josh is in the house. What's up, everybody? Josh from Risdom Design. And pleasure to have you join us today. Thanks for stopping in. And every Saturday, he does a wonderful interview with a modeler. And just because Kenny, I don't know if Kenny's still in the house, but Kenny, you need to hit Josh up and do an interview on Josh's channel. That is an order. I've done it, and Josh is a wonderful, wonderful guy. And he's kind of becoming the David Letterman of YouTube modeling. So really awesome guy. Lives just not that far north from me, maybe about 5 or 6 hours. So yeah, it seems like a lot to some people, but for us down here in the sticks, I mean, yeah, it's not too far. So we are coming up on about an hour and 18 minutes. I don't really know how long I'm going to go today. I did not have a chance really to do an unboxing of the Tacom. I don't know how you say it. Sashin class frigate, the 1/350 scale. I am looking forward to building that though. And again, I've got too much other stuff. The Hind has to get started, and I need to get to work on my M4A3 Sherman as well for the Armor of World War II group build over at HobbyLinkInternational. And then I finally managed to get the base for Spock for my HobbyLinkInternational Secret Santa group build. I got the roots of the tree kind of flattened out a little bit, and I'm trying to find, I think it's called Magic Putty or Magic Sculpt. Try to find some of that because I want to come in and fill in some of this area, unless you guys have some other ideas that might actually work. Because I think Bondo would be kind of hard because it dries too quickly and too fast, that it would just kind of make more of a mess. And I think with that Magic Sculpt, it ends up bonding with the plastic a little bit, from my understanding. I've seen a lot of modelers use it, and then I can kind of fill in all these weird gaps that are in there, and maybe create my own vegetation for the diorama. Spock is actually in the box right now, but as soon as I can get this part sorted out, I can start painting the base. But I think I can get to work on cleaning up Spock and getting all of the gaps and weird seams on Mr. Spock all cleaned up. And then we can get this one put together, and I will have Mr. Spock in the house. Very happy about that. So Magic Sculpt is great stuff. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, there's this modeler that I've been watching. I think it's a he. He's been building the Turpits, and he uses Magic Sculpt like every day in almost everything he does, and it looks like a really good product. So the only problem is I've been having trouble finding it. I did find it on Amazon, but it comes in a kind of a big tub. There's 2 separate parts to it. And if I could find those little, they also, I've seen little tins of Magic Sculpt in the 2-part, but I can't find it. I've seen that it sold out basically anywhere you look. So they do have the larger tubs of it, but I don't want to get it if it's going to end up going past its shelf date, if you know what I mean. So I don't know. Let's see. Kenny is taking a nap. And strip the Land Rover and paint it pink. Not this one. I do have another one that I don't think you guys have seen. I actually have a die-cast metal Land Rover that will be coming to the channel soon. And it's actually a die-cast model that I ended up stripping down. And it's actually, I think it's bigger than this one, the 1/24 scale. And I stripped it down, took all the parts out, and I'm going to end up doing a little bit of customization to that one. And we could always paint that one pink. It's currently red, and I don't like the color. So we'll see what we do with that one. I am awake. Eric is sleeping. Yeah, Eric sleeps all the time. He complains, but then he's up late at night. Sorry, the plants are leaving a funny shadow on my face. And 2-part epoxy putty, Tamiya epoxy sculpt, etc. Okay, definitely worth. I've seen the epoxy sculpt. It's basically, my understanding, is a version of Magic Sculpt. So I'll have to check it out. Just ordered more epoxy sculpt from Amazon. Was it in the big? They're not terribly big. They might just be like a quart size tub. And I think if you're using it as much as the guy does, you know, creating different parts and stuff, you can sculpt a lot of stuff out of it, even for dioramas and things. And Muso's saying milliput. I did see milliput at Hobby Lobby. I didn't purchase it just because I am not familiar with the product. So I thought I had heard somewhere that it shrinks a little bit. Not really sure. So, and again, is milliput a 2-part product? I don't know. But yeah, if I can find some of the Magic Sculpt, I will. And I'll have to give milliput a try. So everybody's saying it's pretty good. Right on. Well, that is basically, I've talked enough for today. Hopefully I kept you guys entertained, and you guys are enjoying the new lavalier microphone. Maybe my my live streams are a little bit better. The biggest issue, and kind of the main reason I got it, was because of during my recording. So when I'm recording a video, I have my cameras that are, I have one that's above the desk, it's a webcam, and then I have another one that is kind of the side view, and that's also a webcam. And then my Amazon Kindle Fire HD. This is my #1 camera. I call it my front cam, and basically it's sitting right in front of me when I'm building, and it gets the best picture, and it's the closest microphone. Well, the problem with it is that it picks up my breathing and everything, and it drives me nuts because it takes me about an extra hour to edit video just to try to get the breathing out and all that weird stuff. So yeah, I wanted to get a Blue Yeti, but I ended up, instead of spending $115, I figured I'd spend $30 on a lavalier that does almost the same job. And I hope it works out better for the most part, you know. See, Dirk said I've tried milliput, but don't like it as much as epoxy sculpt. And Musa saying, yeah, all this stuff shrinks a bit. I kind of figured that. It's funny because when I first kind of started buying fillers and stuff like that, I ended up going with a lot of the Tamiya products, and then also the Vallejo. And in all honesty, because I hate how much they shrink, the best thing, and Kenny uses it too, is that Bondo glazing putty. And let's see which drawer. It's over here, because there's a couple of different kinds. There's a 2-part version, and then there is just the glazing and spot putty. And this is just a 1-part, and this is the best filler I've found when it comes to filling, because it doesn't shrink as much. It almost, I think it shrinks almost hardly at all, and it's really sandable because it's used for, you know, working on car bodies and stuff like that. Just my honest opinion, give me free stuff. 3M green color putty is really good. I've actually never even heard of that. I'll have to look into it, Josh, and check it out. Mary 1970. Hi, Mary. How's it going? Thanks for stopping in. Always good to see you. And Dirk, Top hates editing, as you probably noticed if you ever watch his channel. He does a lot of good live streams, though. Steve was saying Blue Yeti is nice. Had a snowball, and it was horrible. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard of Snowball. I've heard of, it's either Samsonite or Samson, and Blue Yeti. I've always heard good things about them. Uh, Eventually, I do plan on getting one, just because it is nice to have the Yetis. And a lot of people, like Top saying here, the Yeti Nano is a good one. Muse was saying VJ or Vallejo putty is good. So it has its uses, and I actually love the Vallejo putty. But if I'm using it in an area that it's going to shrink a lot, that's part of the reason for buying the styrene this weekend too, was so I can actually use styrene for actual filler, which will definitely save my life a little bit, just because it's been, um, I always buy the kits that have a lot of gaps for some reason. And I swear, like some people say that Atlantis kits are okay, and every now and then you get a good Atlantis kit, but that Liberator bomber that I built as a mule, as a paint mule, that thing is the worst kit I've ever seen in my life. And it's turned me off of Atlantis. Like if I see an Atlantis kit and I'm like, oh, that's a cool one, and then I realize it's Atlantis, I don't buy it. I skip past it. So, and it's all based on one bad experience. So I don't know. Like I know sometimes they make ships and things like that, but I've steered away from them just because I don't know what the actual end result of that product is going to be or whatnot. So Top says he likes his Blue Yeti. And take care, Ian. Always good to see you. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you around. 3M and Samson G-Track Pro. I think that's the one that Kenny has, is the G-Track Pro. And yeah, he really likes that mic. It's nice because it has certain features on it. And some of the Blue Yetis come with the same features, but the Samson is pretty cool. Dirk was saying, I use glazing putty all the time, but not on larger gaps. That I have for the epoxy sculpt. Yeah, see, that's kind of why I want to get it. I think it'll save me a lot of headaches. And Top was saying, or Chris was saying, if Top edited one of his live streams, it would be 15 minutes long. Yeah. Muse was saying, depends on how old the molds are and if they are retooled or not most times. Yeah, thanks, Muse. That's one of the things where like Scalemates has been kind of handy. And then just also listening to other people in forums and on Facebook groups. If I see somebody with a kit that I'm not familiar with, or I've never heard of the name of that manufacturer, I'll usually leave them a comment and say, hey, how is the fit and finish on it? And it looks great when they're done with it, but you never know just really how well it went together. And some people are more vocal than others about it because it's just like anything else. Everybody has their own opinion on, based on what they enjoy doing. And for me, to be honest, the reason why I do a lot of the the smaller Airfix or the mini craft kits, not only because they're fun for me to work on and I enjoy them because they're little, but they also don't take up a lot of space. And to be honest, I really enjoy doing all that body work and stuff on them. Like this guy, I royally screwed this one up. And I think this is the Spitfire. Yeah. So this is an Airfix Spitfire, and there's major gap issues everywhere. The tires or the wheels, there was no way you could actually there you go. There was no way you could actually put the wheels extended out. They would have to be closed all the way. And so it was a kind of a weird design. And then I've had like major issues with, puddling up in here or major gaps in different areas. So that's why these are kind of mules for me, just to try different things. And then the finish here was a little off. So this has got to be sanded down, but this wasn't I didn't buy this to build it to be a perfect kit. I bought it to use it as a test mule for different things. So, and Muse is saying some are just crap from the get-go. Yeah. And so it's like, for me, I think the part I hate most and why it takes me so long is painting. A lot of people prefer painting and they love the painting part of it. I like the building and the little, like the modification part, as well as just the fine detail. When I get a file and like a piece of sandpaper or a sanding sponge in my hand, I don't know why, but I enjoy that. To me, it's relaxing and it's a lot more fun. Painting to me is just, it's tedious, and I don't understand how some people can paint an entire model in a weekend. I can't do that because I end up, like, I'll paint a little bit here or a little bit there, change something, got to let that dry or let this or that, the clear coats dry and all that. And so it just seems like it always takes a long time. And I'm starting to enjoy it a little bit more now than I did at first. But it's kind of funny because I'd always go through that phase of I would build a kit, get to the paint phase, and because I was new to airbrushing and having so much headaches with airbrushing, that I would just put it on the shelf and then I'd start another kit. And so I'm trying to the plant in the window, but I'm trying to get myself to enjoy it a little bit more. And I'll have to tell you what, this weekend I had probably one of the best airbrush sessions that I've ever had in my entire modeling career. It was a lot of fun and I actually enjoyed it. And I can't really put my finger on why that was. I think it was just because things went really smoothly and there was no headache, and I'm a lot better at cleaning out my airbrush and doing that quick clean to change the paint color that you're going to use, or switching from an actual paint color to like a clear coat or whatnot. So, and then cleaning it out, and I didn't have any hiccups, and that was the thing that always frustrated me. And so I think now one of the big saviors for airbrushing for me is, because I've had so much trouble with primers, is just the fine surface primers and then the regular Tamiya surface primers. So the first time I ever tried using this particular primer on a kit was this weekend, and not only does it dry fast and it has a nice finish, but super fast. You don't have to clean up afterwards. You're not sitting there dealing with an airbrush constantly clogging, and you end up spending 90% of your day cleaning your airbrush and trying to get it to flow right. And I never have that problem when I'm just using the Tamiya thinned paint through my airbrush. For some reason, it's always the primer. And also the clear coats and flat clears, they flow through my Posh Talon like butter. I mean, it's beautiful. And so just excellent control. And I think I'm getting better. So things have gotten a lot better. Steve, yeah, thanks, Steve, for popping in. Take care. Got to run. Leaving work to get to the cave. Want to do some modeling. Yes, excellent, Steve. Thank you for popping in. Always good to see you. And but if they were perfect, they'd be puzzles, not models. That's true. We're probably going to be wrapping up here pretty soon. When I do videos, they come out to 15 to 20 minutes long, and they're just as filled with my babbling as my streams. Babbling is good. Kalen's been doing it for 90 minutes. Yes, I have. Babbling about absolutely nothing, and you guys are still watching. So I appreciate that. And it is kind of getting that time. I'm eagerly awaiting for UPS to show up with my 1350 Trumpeter HMS hood, but just my luck, they won't show up until later this afternoon. And I'm going to try to get some, the flat coat. I can't speak now. I'm going to try to get the flat coat put onto the body here, and then I'm going to start putting everything back together, and should be pretty much close to finishing up the Land Rover, and I should be getting another video. Hopefully there will be only 2 more videos in that series. I was hoping to stop at 4, but I think it's going to be a 6-part series. And then we will go back and do a really quick, short, start to finish build. So yeah, HMS hood, I just got it. Yeah. Didn't you actually get the hood the other day? I could have swore that you said you ordered it from Sprue Brothers, because I ordered mine and I paid for expedited shipping. Like, it was free because the order was over $200, and I paid like the extra $4 or whatever, $4.88 for expedited shipping. And I ordered it on Wednesday. They didn't ship it till Friday, which kind of irked me. I had to send them an email. So I'm going to get a sip of water here. All right. So this has definitely been a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody that was able to stop by. And if you haven't clicked that like button, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're watching this later and you have not subscribed to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And also hit that bell notification on the side of the subscribe so that you don't miss out on any great new content and get to see what I've been working on here at the Workbench. And other than that, I don't think I have anything else for you guys. So thanks again for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time.